I'm going to find that out.
That's a good question.
I know you're able to use it from 1 year to the next, but I don't know if you can do a whole allocation for the next 3-year cycle.
Well, then I don't know if I missed. Do we have to do anything though? Do we have to do anything? Can we take the money and put it in savings? Or do we have to use the
We might
money?
have to use it, I don't know, we'd have to find out.
I don't know if you can carry it, not the same project, you can carry it through to the next year, but I don't know if you can just say, hey, let it stop up for 3 years, then we should have 360 in the next 3-year cycle. I don't know that, we can find that answer.
Hey, hey Tom,
Well, go ahead.
you say that you can help people, you can help people with like low income, but what about the other people too? I mean, I live in a township, how's that not, I mean, that's not fair to me. If you're gonna help somebody else out, help me out. Okay, if I make a little more money, I'm more fortunate to have a better job. But hey, I don't wanna pay that stinking tap-in fee for that amount and somebody pays a lesser amount than me, no.
Well, that's
That's not fair now, is it? Would you want it done to you?
That's how
I'm
that
in
money
your
works.
neighborhood and I pay $100 and you have to pay maybe 7 grand, 12 grand, I ain't fair. No.
We have to use it for a public purpose that's
Okay,
below a certain income. It can't be used for.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, it can only be used to help. But what about the other person that I pay taxes to, you know?
You'll
want my
be hurt
taxes?
if you're just above that.
I'm way above it, put it
Yeah,
that way.
well, again, so we don't not help everybody low income.
So just
because
help
that
whoever you want to help,
upsets you.
you'll get the other
That's the
person.
way it
I can
is.
incur my cost, you know? I mean,
Well, one other thing that I didn't clarify this, the federal government has a project program called Rural Utility Service. And if you're over, I don't know if it's 62 or 65, you qualify for the same things that we crafted our project or program after.
Well, how about this?
Wait, so if anybody in Miller's Running who was over that age limit, if they were under that income level, then they got it from the federal government. They didn't have to pull out of our little pool of money. So we set that as ours up that you could be any age, because there are some people that, you know, are low income, might be only in their 40s, and yet the federal government program doesn't help them a bit. So we set ours up that you have to be under the 62, you know what it is, 62 or 65 for RUS?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, we set ours underneath that, so 40-year-olds and 30-year-olds can apply for our fund if they were under the income level.
well, how about this? We're all community and let's help everybody, right?
That would be nice, but this is.
Oh, yeah, it would be.
But it is just for low income, that's how.
Well, I'm not just,
Get-
let's eliminate the low income, we're a community, let's help everybody.
I understand what you're saying,
Right.
right? But the money doesn't, it comes.
Oh, yeah, it's easy for you to say because you're not in the community, man.
It's
What you
through the
said is for sure.
redevelopment
It's not gonna hurt you.
Well, it doesn't help if somebody's talking at the same time. Go ahead, Andy.
It's through the redevelopment authority, and there's rules and regulations for just low income, is all you're allowed to use the
Well,
money
just
for.
remember.
I wish we could use it for everything. When I got into the Midway sewage project, I wish they had something for me like that, but they didn't. I had to pay the full tap-in fee.
What did
because
you
I
say?
make too much
Well,
money
let's
too.
help everybody. You know, I just said, remember how you said it's not gonna impact you? Well, apparently, yeah, you don't care because it's not gonna impact you.
That's not
Let's
true.
help
We didn't
everybody.
say we don't care.
Yeah.
He's talking specific, we're not saying that we're not, that there isn't something else we can do to help everybody.
Well, that's what I want to hear. I want to help everybody.
He's just saying.
Not just
that's
one
what
certain
he is.
people. Let's help everybody on both sides of the fences. Take the fence out, put everybody together.
All right, look at it this way. Any public project that a government does, some people are hurt by it. If I use Miller's Run, for example, if that low-income money wasn't available and the majority of the people wanted a project and the township went ahead with it, people who could afford it, they paid their bill and now they're probably happy to have sewers. But there are some people that could have lost their homes over it, and public projects, sometimes that happens. So here we're saying that if that happens, and then the most unfortunate ones, what's wrong with there's a pot of money to help them?
Can I ask a quick question? We said we're gonna give $1 million to the sewage. Have we committed any money to this?
Well, this is the first we're getting the
So we
information.
have the potential to commit money to this project to lower our residents' taxes.
Yeah, the township can contribute money, just like MtPleasant has already contributed.
So maybe we could allocate that money for residents who wouldn't be helped by the C.
No, if it's tax dollars, you can't select.
We could potentially, I mean, if we're only talking about, I don't want to say only, but if we're talking about $180,000 versus the $1 million we committed to Lawrence, could we not donate, could we allocate
Yes, we can.
$180,000 to take care of everybody at Southview's tap?
Yes, we can.
I think.
Well, I don't know if it would be to take care of the tap in, but I know we can allocate money to the project.
Can we, I'm asking, can we allocate money that's specifically used for their tap ins?
Well, first of all, can be restricted to Cecil Twp. That's the problem.
There's a legal-
First
And
off,
it seems to me that if we're willing to give $1 million to Lawrence, we should be able to give $180,000 or $200,000 to Southview.
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen once we do the project progresses.
I want, and this is just me personally, but I want the residents of Southview to understand, our intention isn't to leave you stranded. That's why we're holding the meeting tonight. That's why we want to talk with you and move forward. We want to do what we can to help you get sewers out where you need them, but we're not going to bankrupt you. And I can't speak for the whole board, but for myself, my goal would be to lower that tap in. However we can make that happen, we need to figure that out as a board, but that would be, because honestly, I don't live there, but if somebody came to me and said you owe $7,500, I mean, that's life changing in some instances, so.
And that's what you're saying, there might be ways that we can help out the
Yeah,
residents,
exactly.
but you wouldn't be able to use the same money that Tom was talking
No,
about.
no, no.
But we can
No,
allocate
yeah,
still.
yeah.
So maybe we
I'm all
save
for
that money for
sewage,
Lawrence, because we're only talking about 20 to 25 homes in Cecil, maybe we save that and use it for something else, and we use township funds for.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm gonna pay zero, but I know I'm gonna pay something. But, I mean, everybody should be helped out, just on one side,
We understand
everybody.
that. And we want to, I can't speak for the board, but our goal is not to cause anybody financial strain as much as we can. You have to understand that we're not going to be able to go across Cecil Township and say sewers for everyone. We can't.
No, I understand that too.
But our goal is not to make it so that it's so difficult for you that you can't.
But you also have to understand too that in a democracy, that the haves always subsidize the have-nots. I mean, that's how democracy functions. If your house is a little bit bigger, you pay a little bit more taxes. You need the same service. If your income's a little higher, there's a different tax bracket for that. That's the way it's always been.
There's actually 3 costs that the average person will be with this, so when it comes in, you'll have your tap-in fee, okay? And then you also have what your monthly bill is going to be, but you'll also be responsible for bringing it from your property, from your back of your house to whatever the tap-in point is. So that'll be the other expense that Tom said. Usually it ran, I know mine ran $1,200 for about 100 feet of it. So you're talking between $1,000 maybe $1,500 for your tap-in to get from your house to the point.
And most likely isn't going to be free, but we want to do what we can to make it so that it is affordable.
I want to get back to this pump station and the treatment plant.
Yes.
Why is there a difference that if Cecil goes in, you're going to put a pump station in? If Cecil stays out, you're putting a plant.
No, that's not,
That's what you
no, well, that's not what I said, but let me try to explain. Right. The plan as it exists today that's already been approved by Cecil Township has a package treatment plant in Southview. If the Board of Supervisors does not approve the amendment, that's the project that's going to be built.
So that's what I'm saying.
Right. But if they do approve the amendment to the plan, because the amendment to the plan calls for a replacement of the package treatment plant with a pump station to pump to Westland, then that's what we'll do. This amendment's already been approved by MtPleasant Township. Cecil Township right now is the last thing we need to finalize the plan to get it approved by the DEP.
But
Why
would
don't you
you?
go with you? We have a treatment plant, this is no runs.
There's an Act 537 plan in place that has these residents of Cecil Township that live in Southview being served by MtPleasant Township Municipal Authority. And that's the way the plan exists, and that's what will happen, unless another Act 537 plan is done to supersede this one.
So just to extend on to your using your own plant, would you have this?
You're leaving the rest of Miller Run watershed out by doing this here and spending a lot of township money. I mean, if you're gonna step over $20 bills, picking up dimes.
I can't address that. I want to address the question you said. Why don't we get down to Miller's Run? So again, you go into green space, and it costs a lot of money to lay pipe that no one's contributed to. There's no tapping fees for that, so you're gonna take 20 residents that might be in Southview, and you might run
And we're gonna come down here to Gilmore, which needs sewage, 5 years later, we're gonna have the same problem again.
That's
Their sewage is running down on railroad tracks now, been running down on railroad tracks for 50 years.
I
You're gonna have the same problem again, you're gonna waste township money.
Well, Brian, you weren't done, go ahead.
I still didn't understand this.
That's a
The
great-
Act 537 says that Cecil Township, they will have a sewage plant according to 2008.
Right, there's the
If they
Southview.
don't vote on it, and we don't go in, then you're gonna put,
The package planting, yes.
On the MtPleasant side.
Yes.
On the Mount Pleasant-
what's the difference?
I don't understand what the difference is. The difference is 20-some people from Cecil Township won't get service. That's the only difference.
No,
but
you're going to get service
Plant
anyway.
anyhow.
See, the 25 residents in Cecil Township are going to get service one way or another. It's whether it's with a treatment plant or a pump station. But the plan has been approved already has a package treatment plant.
Okay.
So-
We're good there. Now you said if the board doesn't approve it,
No. So that was the plan that was approved in 2007. So now what we've done is we've said, we don't want a package plant. We would like to have one treatment plant and put a pump station in instead. Okay? To do that, we have to amend the Act 537 plan that was approved in 2007. That amendment changes that package treatment plant to a pump station. That's what we're here trying to get approval for. So if they approve the amendment, then we'll pump station. If they don't approve the amendment, then we'll go back to the plan that was approved in
that's
2000.
exactly what I'm trying to tell you, and you're telling me no.
Well, then I don't understand the question.
We're on the same page then.
Yeah. If you understand that, then that's...
You're holding Cecil Township hostage if they don't approve. Because, yes you are. How do you think you're not?
It's already been approved.
You're putting the plant in. According to that first one, you're putting the plant in.
Yes.
Correct. Now you're coming to us for them to vote on it, to approve it. So when they approve it, then that plant is going to Westland, and we're going to have a treatment.
A pump station.
A pump station.
Yeah.
No. Where am I getting confused there?
How are we holding you hostage? I don't understand how.
Because you just said if they don't approve it, then they're putting.
So we're giving you a choice. We're saying the Act 537 is a plant, or we're giving you a choice of a pump.
But I think the issue is, and I kind of understand what he's saying, you're trying to hold it over our heads a little bit and saying, well, if you don't approve it, then you're going to end up with a treatment plant versus a pump station. I mean,
What's the advantage? I think these folks need to know the difference between a sewage plant and a pump station.
The difference between the sewage plant and pump station is the long-term operation and maintenance of the package plant is much higher than the pump station. So, although the project will cost more, the ratepayers will pay the same thing. But in the long run, they'll be better off because the package plant in the neighborhood has a better chance of causing odor problems than a pump station does. I think it's better.
Do you hear what you're saying, though? You're standing there and you're saying, well, this is going to move forward whether you want it to or not. Your choice is to end up with a plant or a pump station. And trust me, you want a pump station, so therefore you better approve it. That's what it's coming from.
That's what I am thinking.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think
And
that...
that is, if I'm being honest and not to interrupt you, but that's how it came across too when you were in front of us at our
Right, because the meeting I was there before, it was, the understanding at that meeting was, we're not voting for that because we're not paying $95 a month, was what I got from the board. And so I wanted to be clear when I came to the next meeting that it's going to be $95 a month either way.